Welcome in this video about positive affirmations. What are they, how to use them, and how to create them. So, positive affirmations are statements that you use as a transformative tool. It's actually one of my most used tools. I've used them for many purposes, actually, for healing purposes, to work on some patterns, to change beliefs, to also create the reality that I want. So today we're going to see how we can use them, how we can create them, because you have to use them in a certain way if you want to use their full possibilities. Before we go a little bit further in the topic, I just want to say that every word and every affirmation carries energy. They have a frequency behind it. And when you understand that, you can understand how the words you say, the words you write, the words even that you think carry a frequency and an energy. And every energy is creative. It has the power when it is when you focus in an energy and that you use it several times. It has the power to create, right? So if you have a thought all the time, it will eventually carry the frequency, the vibration that is behind it, and it will create maybe a belief. It will have an influence on your actions, on the way you talk, the way you think, and eventually it will have an influence on what is created, the opportunities and the life, the experiences that will come to you, right? So what you want to do is choose with your consciousness, choose very consciously what words you want to say, what affirmations you want to use to create a life that is based on what you really want for you, and not your ego, not your maybe beliefs that you don't see that are unconscious. You just want to use them to create a world and a life that is based really on your soul and really on the calling of your heart. This is why you want to start with choosing words that are in a positive way. You don't want to use the negation. You want to avoid that. Why is that? Is because the mind and the energy does not understand the negation, right? You don't say I don't want to be sick. You rather say I want to be healthy, because you may have heard that when you talk about law of attraction. This is always what they say. They say that you don't want to use the negation because the universe and even your mind hears sick rather than hearing healthy. So this is the first thing that you want to know about affirmations, but also try avoiding using words that carry a low frequency. For example, fear, control, sickness, or everything you want to avoid. You just don't say it in your sentence. You would actually prefer something which would be the opposite. So if you don't want to be sick, you say you want to be healthy, full of energy, full of life. If you want to solve your money problems, you would say I am in abundance, I am in the flow of life, I receive financial freedom, or you just want to say what you want to create and what you want to live, what you want to experience, rather than what you want to avoid. When you're creating your sentence and your affirmation, you want to also resonate with the words you're going to choose. Don't choose the words based on your mind and just what you think would be nice to say, but rather choose words that you're really resonating with, that really make you feel joy or freedom, or resonate, vibrate with you. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to find the right words, to find the right expression, the right affirmation you want to use. It's a little bit like a piece of art, you want to choose very wisely with a lot of awareness the words you want to use in your affirmation. When you're writing or thinking about your affirmation, you also want to write it as if it already were, as if the reality you want to create already is, right? So you don't want to say I wish, I want, I would like. You just stating. Let's say you want to work on your self-confidence, for example. You would say I am confident, I have faith in myself, for example. And you would preferably want to avoid I would like to have faith in myself, or I want to have faith in myself. Because those words carry the energy that it is not happening yet, and it's in the future, and and they carry also the energy that it's something you're wanting and not something you're embodying, right? So think about that. And also another thing is try to create sentences that aren't too long. I know sometimes we want to put in the affirmation a lot of things, a lot of, I don't know, things about money and health and freedom and your relationships and everything. Just find one thing that you want to work on, something that is really on your mind right now, or you want to really expand, or put at a higher vibration, let's say, and really find an affirmation for that. You can have several affirmations that you can use depending on what you're working on, but I would say find an affirmation that isn't too long, that you can remember, that you can write easily, think about easily, and that really resonates with you. And of course, be creative. I mean, your soul is going to be attracted to some words, to some way of saying, so just be free and let your soul guide the whole process. Now we're going to see how to use them. So once you have your affirmation, you want to start using it. And how to do that? You have several different possibilities to use that sentence. The first thing I want to highlight is that you actually don't only need to think about the idea of the sentence. You don't want to, it's not a thing that you just can repeat and hope that everything will change in your life. You actually have to get in contact with the energy behind it. You really have to resonate, to vibrate the energy, the frequency that is carried behind the affirmation you have chosen, right? So the first thing I would recommend is to meditate with it. Meditate with the idea, with the affirmation. You can repeat it in your head, but really, you want to feel that it's already true. You really want to feel that the words and the energy is really getting into your cells, that it's just now it's the reality you're experiencing. And also, in the morning you can use it, because when you open your eyes and you're fresh wide from the night, you're actually, your mind is still a bit quiet. It generally takes a few minutes for your mind to just go on and start the day. So you can use it first thing in the morning when you wake up if you want to do a little bit of meditation, or also if you want to write it. You can also write it several times just to get in contact with it. A thing that I used to do when I really wanted to work on something, I haven't done it in a little while, maybe I should try it again, is you want to write the affirmation 3 times a day for example, every morning for at least 3 weeks. So every day you're gonna write the affirmation 3 times. Why is that? Actually, when you write it, it's not like like when you were a kid and you were punished for something. It's different than that. Is every time you're writing it, you're saying it as if it were already true, as if it were already a reality. So you will write that in consciousness, in awareness, 3 times, and you repeat that every day. And every time you do it, you believe it a little bit more. You feel like it's a little bit more the truth that you're already seeing every day, So you can do that for quite some time. I'm telling you, I've done things, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time for the thing to manifest, but it definitely works. And lastly, another thing that you could do is to record yourself saying the affirmation, or actually different affirmations if you have them, and repeat them, listen to them. Maybe when you're sleeping, maybe when you're driving, in different times of the day, whatever you want, because even if you're doing something else, even if you're not aware, your subconscious is going to hear it. So it will slowly but deeply change your pattern, change your belief, and really you're gonna continue to vibrate that energy. So now you may have understood how it works and how you can use the affirmation. So all you have to do left is just find your own, find first of all the topic that you want to work on, and find a beautiful lovely vibrational in affirmation that you want to use and that you want to write every day and that really speaks to your soul. Have fun doing it and have fun also connecting with it. Maybe you can write it on a piece of paper and put it everywhere in your house. You can put it in a screensaver on your in a wallpaper in your phone or in your computer. Whatever you want, whatever is fine for you. I even had a client once who created a song with it. So you can create a piece of art if you're inspired, but really the meaning and the purpose of all of that is to really connect with the energy that is behind the affirmation that you have chosen. I would really love to hear all of your affirmation, whatever language they're on. And I'm wishing you a very beautiful day, full of energy, full of vibration, and I'm seeing you in a little while.